A warning ignored. The Galactic Empire was vast and proud. Its power stretched across hundreds of star systems. The leaders of the Empire believed nothing could stop them. They ruled with strong fleets and powerful weapons. No enemy had ever challenged them and lived to tell the tale. But then came Earth, not far from the center of the galaxy. Earth was a small blue planet. To many in the Empire, humans seemed simple and weak. Their technology looked old. Their ships were not as large or as bright as the Empire's warships. Most in the Empire thought humans were no threat, just a small, quiet world that kept to itself. However, some in the Empire's high command had heard stories. Strange stories of human courage and strange machines built in secret. Rumors of weapons that could change the face of war. Still, these stories were mostly ignored. One day, the Galactic Empire sent a message to Earth, a warning. It was a demand for humans to surrender and join the Empire. The message was clear: join us peacefully or face destruction. It was sent through many channels, broadcast across space. The Empire expected a quick reply. Earth, they thought, would give in easily. But Earth did not respond. Inside Earth's great command center, the human leaders sat quietly. The message from the Empire was read and understood. Yet there was no panic, no fear. The humans had long prepared for this day. For years, Earth had been building secret warships and training soldiers in ways the Empire did not know. The Empire's message was only one part of a much larger plan. The humans had their own plans. They had hidden fleets, cloaked and waiting. They had developed weapons that could destroy entire ships with a single blast. And most importantly, they had the will to fight for their home. Still, the humans chose silence. In the vast halls of the Empire's council, some argued. "We must act now," said one general. "If we wait, they will grow stronger." Others laughed. "They are primitive," said a noble. "They have no chance against our fleets." The Emperor himself was calm but firm. "Send the fleet," he ordered. "Show them our strength. Let them know what happens to those who refuse the Empire." The fleet began to prepare. Thousands of warships gathered, their engines glowing red with power. The ships were massive, armed with weapons that could destroy whole planets. The Empire's pride flew toward Earth, but they did not know what awaited them not far from the bright stars of the Empire's home. Earth's secret forces watched the skies. They had spies and scouts hidden in space. They had learned much about the Empire's plans. Every move was tracked, every ship counted. The humans did not panic. They moved with quiet confidence. A commander named Jason stood on the bridge of one of Earth's stealth cruisers. His eyes scanned the dark space. "The Empire fleet is moving fast," he said. "They expect a battle soon." His second in command, a sharp woman named Lena, nodded. "They think we are weak. They will be surprised." Jason smiled slightly. "We have waited for this moment. Now it is time to show the galaxy what humans can do." Back on Earth, the military leaders gathered in a secure room. The room was filled with screens showing the approaching enemy fleet. They discussed their plans in calm voices. "We will not fight like Spect," said the chief strategist. "We will not meet them head-on. Then how will we win?" asked a young officer. "We fight smart," the strategist said. "We hit their weak points. We cut their supplies. We destroy their command ships. And when the time is right, we strike with everything we have." There was a quiet energy in the room. No one doubted the plan. Meanwhile, the Empire's fleet grew closer. Their warships shone bright against the blackness of space. The galaxy watched, waiting for the great battle to begin. But Earth stayed silent. The Empire's leaders grew impatient. "Why do they not respond?" asked the Emperor's advisor. "They are preparing," answered the general. "Then we will finish this quickly," said the Emperor. "Send a warning strike if they do not surrender." The first shots fired not long after. Small scouting ships from the Empire moved forward, testing the humans' defenses. But the humans had hidden weapons ready. They watched and waited. When the Empire's scouts moved too close, the humans struck. One by one, the Empire's small ships vanished. They were destroyed without warning. The Empire's fleet was shocked. "Who is doing this?" demanded the sea. "Emperor, our enemy is clever," said the general. "But they cannot hide forever." The humans smiled behind their screens. They had started their silent war. The Galactic Empire expected a great battle of fleets and guns. But what they faced was different. It was a war of shadows, strikes, and secrets. The humans were not just defending Earth. They were fighting to show the galaxy that underestimating humanity was a terrible mistake. And this was only the beginning. Asterisk. The fleet departs the Galactic Empire was confident. Their mighty fleet, the largest in history, prepared to move. Thousands of warships, armed with devastating weapons, powered up their engines. The Emperor watched proudly as his fleet stood ready to crush Earth once and for all. "Send the fleet." The Emperor commanded. "Show the humans the true power of the Empire." The warships began their slow journey through the stars. Their bright engines cut through the darkness like blazing comets. The galaxy watched in awe. No one doubted the Empire's victory. But on Earth, the mood was calm, almost quiet. The human leaders did not panic. They had prepared for this moment for years. Commander Jason stood on the bridge of the stealth cruiser Silent Hawk. The ship was small and fast, almost invisible in space. "The Empire fleet is moving," Jason said quietly. "But we are ready." Lena, his second-in-command, nodded. "They expect us to fight like they do. Big ships, loud weapons, open battles. They don't understand how humans fight." "What? Do they not understand?" Jason asked. "They don't see our strength in patience, in silence, in strategy." The humans had spent decades learning and improving. They had studied the Empire's tactics. They knew where the Empire was weak. Instead of rushing into a huge battle, they planned to fight smart. At Earth's secret command center. Maps and holograms showed the path of the Empire's fleet. The human generals studied carefully. "We won't attack first," the chief strategist said. "We will strike when they least expect it." "Like shadows in the night," said a young officer. "Yes," the strategist agreed. "We will hit their supply ships, their communication lines. We will make them weaker before the real fight begins." The humans had built special ships, small but deadly. They could hide in space, then attack with lightning speed. They called them Phantoms. As the Empire's fleet traveled closer, the humans sent out their Phantoms. The ships moved silently, striking supply convoys and communication satellites. The Empire was shocked. Their fleets were losing supplies and messages. Confusion spread. "How can this be?" demanded a fleet commander. "Our forces are too large to fail." But the humans were patient. They wanted the Empire to waste time and resources chasing ghosts. Every lost ship weakened the Empire. Back on Earth, Jason watched the reports. "They don't know we are here," he said. "They still think humans are weak." "Let them think that," Lena smiled. "It will make their fall easier." The Empire fleet grew impatient. Their warships were huge and powerful, but they were slow and easy to spot. The humans used speed and stealth to their advantage. Days passed. The Empire's fleet moved closer to Earth, but they were losing strength. The humans did not attack openly. They stayed hidden, striking where it hurt the most. Suddenly, the humans launched their greatest secret, a massive warship, cloaked in shadow, the Titan. It was larger and faster than any ship the Empire had seen. The Titan struck deep. into the Empire fleet's command center, destroying it in moments. Chaos broke out. Without their leaders, the Empire ships lost coordination. They fired at random, trying to regroup. Jason saw the opening. "Now," he said, "we attack." The humans moved their fleet forward. They were silent but deadly. The battle was nothing like the Empire expected. It was fast, brutal, and smart. Empire's large ships struggled to keep up with the human speed and tactics. One by one, the Empire ships fell. The galaxy watched in disbelief. The mighty Empire was losing, but the humans did not celebrate. They knew this was only the beginning. The war had started, not with loud explosions and massive fleets, but with silence, patience, and the sharp minds of humanity. And the Empire had already lost its advantage. Asterisk. Silent war. The Galactic Empire's fleet was now in chaos. Without clear orders, their mighty ships moved like lost beasts in the vast darkness of space. The humans had shattered their command, and now the real war had begun. But this war was not like the Empire expected. The humans did not rush to battle with roaring weapons and flashy displays. Instead, they fought like shadows, silent and deadly. From hidden corners of space, small human ships called phantoms struck fast and vanished. They targeted supply lines, weapon depots, and repair stations. Every strike weakened the Empire without giving away the humans' full strength. Commander Jason watched the reports carefully. "They are scared," he said. "They do not know where we will strike next." Lena looked at the flickering star maps. "We have made them lose control. Now we must keep the pressure." But the humans did not only rely on their ships. On Earth, secret teams worked on new weapons devices that could disable entire fleets without destroying a single ship. One device sent out a pulse that shut down enemy systems. Engines stopped. Weapons went silent. The Empire's ships became useless targets, floating helpless in space. The Empire's generals grew angry and desperate. "Send more ships," they shouted. "Find the humans and destroy them." But the humans were ghosts. They appeared only when they wanted, then disappeared again. The galaxy began to notice. Many species whispered in fear. Humans were not just fighters. They were masters of a new kind of war. Inside the Empire's war room, the Emperor's advisor paced nervously. "They fight differently. We cannot win like this." The Emperor's eyes were cold but determined. "Then we must change our way. We will fight fire with fire." The Empire began training new squads fast attack teams designed to hunt down the human phantoms. But the humans were always one step ahead. One day, Jason led a team deep into enemy territory. Their target was a heavily guarded weapons factory. The mission was dangerous. "Stay silent," Jason ordered. "Strike quickly. Leave no trace." The humans attacked under the cover of darkness. They destroyed the factory's core and slipped away before the enemy could respond. Back on Earth, the news was good. The Empire's power was fading, but the humans knew this was no time to rest. "The Empire will try something new," Lena warned. "We must be ready." Jason nodded. "We fight their war with our own rules." The Empire never expected this, and they never will. The silent war dragged on. Battles were fought in shadows. Ships vanished and reappeared like phantoms. The humans were not just defending Earth. They were rewriting the rules of war. And the Galactic Empire was learning. A hard lesson: never underestimate humanity. Asterisk. The turning point. The silent war had changed the galaxy forever. The Galactic Empire's mighty fleet was no longer the unstoppable force it once was. Confusion and fear spread through their ranks. Like wildfire. Deep inside Earth's command center, the humans prepared for something even greater. They had kept a secret weapon hidden, a powerful new technology that could change the course of the war in an instant. Commander Jason stood before the war room table. "The Empire's fleet is broken," he said, "but they still have numbers. We must finish this before they rebuild." Lena nodded. "Our new weapon can cripple their entire fleet at once, but it's risky. If we fail, the Empire will strike back harder." The weapon was unlike anything the galaxy had seen before. It was a massive device that could send out a wave of energy, disabling enemy ship systems instantly. No explosions, no fire, just silence. The humans called it the Echo Pulse. Plan was simple. The Echo Pulse would be launched from Earth's largest battleship, the Titan. It would spread through the Empire's fleet, leaving their warships helpless and easy to destroy. But the Empire was not blind. Rumors of the weapon reached their commanders. Desperate to stop it, they moved their fleet closer, hoping to strike Earth before the Echo Pulse could be used. Jason and Lena watched as the enemy ships advanced. "They want to end this now," Lena said. "We have no choice." The Titan's engines roared as it moved to the front lines. The massive battleship was cloaked, nearly invisible to enemy sensors. Jason took his place on the bridge. "All systems ready," he said. "Prepare to launch the Echo Pulse." The tension was thick. Every eye in the command center was fixed on the screens showing the Empire fleet approaching. Suddenly, alarms blared. Enemy ships detected, the sensors warned. They found the Titan. The Empire had discovered the hidden battleship. They sent their fastest ships to intercept. The battle began. Laser fire streaked across space, lighting the dark void with deadly color. The Titan fought hard, but the enemy ships closed in fast. Jason's hands moved quickly over the controls. "Hold steady," he commanded. "We launch the Echo Pulse now." A wave of energy burst from the Titan, spreading like a silent shock through space. The Empire's ships blinked. Their engines slowed. Their weapons shut down. For a moment, the fleet was frozen in space. Helpless. Jason smiled. It worked. The humans moved quickly. Their ships struck with precision, destroying disabled enemy vessels one by one. The Empire fleet crumbled. The Emperor's advisors watched in horror. "The humans have the power to end us." But the Emperor's face was cold. "Then we must prepare for the next fight. This is far from over." The turning point had come. The humans had shown the galaxy that they could fight smarter and stronger. But even in victory, they knew the war had only just begun. A new threat lurked in the shadows, one that neither the Empire nor the humans had yet seen. Asterisk. The final strike, the Empire fleet was broken and scattered. Their great warships, once symbols of power, now floated like empty shells in space. The Echo Pulse had done its job, but the war was not yet over. Commander Jason stood on the bridge of the Titan, eyes sharp and heart steady. "This is our chance," he said. "We end this now." Lena nodded beside him. "We must strike the heart of their fleet, their command ship. Without it, they cannot regroup." The humans prepared their final attack. Their ships gathered, quietly, like a storm ready to break. They knew the Empire's command ship was heavily guarded, deep inside the fleet's center. The mission was dangerous. Many ships would be lost. But the humans did not hesitate. They fought for their home, for their future. As the fleet moved forward, the Empire's warships tried to defend their leader. Heavy lasers and missiles flew through space. The humans dodged and weaved, using their speed and skill. Jason's ship, the Silent Hawk, led the way. "Stay close," he ordered. "We strike fast and hard." When they reached the command ship, the humans unleashed everything they had. Missiles exploded, lasers cut through shields, and fighters swarmed the enemy. Decks. Inside the command ship, the Empire's leaders scrambled to respond. "We cannot let them take our ship," shouted the fleet commander. But it was too late. The humans broke through the defenses. Jason's team boarded the ship, fighting in narrow corridors and dark rooms. The battle was fierce, but the humans fought with a fire the Empire had never seen. They pushed forward inch by inch. At last, Jason reached the command center. The Empire's leader stood there, shocked to see a human so close. "This ends now," Jason said, raising his weapon. The commander dropped his weapon. The fight was over. Back outside, the remaining Empire ships began to retreat, their will broken. The humans did not chase. Instead, they sent a clear message across the stars. Earth was powerful, wise, and not to be crossed. The war was over. The galaxy was silent. But in the quiet, a new sound began. A low hum, deep in the dark reaches of space. A sound no one had heard before. A warning. The humans had won the battle. But a greater challenge was coming. The Empire's retreat. The once mighty Galactic Empire was in full retreat. Their fleet scattered like leaves in a storm, retreating back to the far corners of the galaxy. The humans watched silently as the enemy fled. Victorious but cautious. Commander Jason stood on the deck of the Titan, watching the Empire ships disappear into the dark. "They've never seen this kind of fight before," he said quietly. "They're afraid." Lena joined him, her eyes sharp. "The Empire knows we're not just another planet. We are a force they can't ignore." But the humans did not celebrate loudly. They understood the cost of war. Many brave lives had been lost. The galaxy was watching, waiting to see what would happen next. In the Empire's distant capital, the Emperor faced his council. His face was hard and cold. "This war is lost," he said. "But we are not finished." His advisors whispered warnings of hidden enemies and new dangers. The humans had shown strength, but there were shadows in the galaxy still. Back on Earth, the humans sent a message to the Empire, a warning wrapped in peace. "We will defend ourselves," the message said. "But we do not want endless war." The galaxy was silent again, but a new respect for humanity spread. Many species whispered, "Earth is different." Yet far beyond known space, a dark power watched. Unknown to both humans and the Empire, a mysterious force stirred. It was older than the stars and hungered for control. Jason felt it too, a shadow in the quiet. "This war was only the beginning," he told Lina. "Something else is coming." Lina nodded. "We must prepare. The galaxy needs us, but we cannot fight alone." The humans began to build alliances, seeking friends among the stars. They shared their strength, their knowledge, and their hope. The Empire's retreat was not defeat. It was a new chapter, one where humans would rise, not just as warriors, but as leaders of a galaxy facing a darkness no one expected. And the final battle was yet to come. Aftermath and warning, the stars were calm again. The Galactic Empire's fleet had vanished beyond the edge of known space. Earth stood proud, its people victorious, but the victory felt different. It was not a celebration, but a quiet moment before a new storm. Commander Jason looked up at the stars from the deck of the Titan. "We won this war," he said softly. "But it feels like something bigger waits in the dark." Lena stood beside him. "We've sent messages of peace. We've reached out to other worlds, but not everyone trusts us yet." Across the galaxy, whispers spread. The humans had changed. The balance of power. Many feared Earth's strength, while others hoped for new alliances. But deep in the farthest reaches of space, beyond the edge of maps, a silent watcher stirred. No one knew its name. No one knew its purpose. It was an ancient intelligence, a shadow older than the Empire, older than the galaxy itself. It had watched humanity's rise with cold curiosity. And now it had decided. A single signal, faint but clear, pulsed through space. A warning. The humans' victory over the Empire had not gone unnoticed. The shadow was moving. Its fleet, unlike any before, was vast and strange. Ships that bent light, weapons that tore reality itself. Jason's voice was steady, but his eyes held steel. This is the real war, not against the Empire, but against something far worse. Lena smiled, fierce and determined. We are. Ready, we have to be. Earth sent a final message to the galaxy. Stand with us or fall alone. The silence after the message was heavy, but filled with hope. For the first time, many species looked to humans not just as warriors, but as leaders. The galaxy was changing, and humanity was at its heart. The war had ended. The future was just beginning. Asterisk.